The second case, to find pi, we have the RHS part f of phi of x in the form either sine of ax plus b or cos of ax plus b. So then here, what is the format of pi? Pi is found by 1 upon, what is pi format? 1 upon f of d into phi of x, no? This is true always. For all pi, this is true. What is my phi of x? Let me take sine and explain. Now here, suppose if you have sine or cos of ax plus b, just see what is the coefficient of x in the trigonometry. Tell me what is attached to x here. A. So take that a, square it and attach a minus sign. So for example, if you have sine of 2x plus 3, suppose you should write it as, what will be my minus a square will be minus 4. See, I am not taking, I am first squaring it and then I am attaching a minus sign. It is not minus a the whole square. Be clear with this. Now, what we did in exponential is we replaced d by a. Here you have to replace d square by minus a square. Got it? D square by minus a square. So suppose I have a function of d square. Means here you have seen f of d will be of the category maybe some d square term. Okay, maybe like you can say d raised to 4 term, d cube term, d square term, d term and a constant term. Am I right? So you will be having all these types of terms suppose. Okay, how many are there? It is applicable to only those. So suppose d raised to 4 is there. You can write this as d square the whole square. And you can replace d square by minus a square. Got it? Okay. So suppose if you have a d cube term, how can I write in terms of d square? D cube. Isn't it d square into d is d cube? Am I right or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So d square, only d square has to be replaced. So what has to be done with the d? Keep it as it is. Means it becomes minus a square d. Getting it? D cube should be written as d square into d and only d square you replace it. Okay. Now next. Saurabh want to take the class? Huh? D square. Replace it by again minus a square. Done. What has to be done for d then? They have told only replace d square and the higher powers, right? So d is the lower power. Keep it as d only. And even constant term has to be continued as it is. Are you getting it? Okay. So here not the replacement of d square has to be replaced by minus a square. Again, two things may happen. What is that? What is that? If you do the replacement, if you replace your d square by minus a square, you may get not equal to 0. Am I right? If you are not getting it as 0, replace it. And if there is no d at all, this is the required pi. Done. What is the second part? What is the second part? If you replace it, it may become. See, when you are doing that, it may not be 0, then you can replace. If it is 0, suppose, can you expect what should be done then? If it is becoming 0. What we did in exponential, similar concept we have to apply here. Now tell.
Multiplying numerator by x and differentiating denominator.
Very good. Differentiate the denominator. Okay, then sine of ax plus b. Again, after getting this, again you have to, same thing you have to do. Okay, again replace d square by minus a square only. Again, two things. It may be 0, it may not be 0. So when we have to replace it? When it is becoming 0 or not becoming 0? Replacement has to be done whenever it is
not equal to
not reducing as 0. So that time you have to replace it. This is my answer. If f dash of minus a square is not equal to 0. Again, if suppose it is 0, what to do? Can you expect the next step? Can you guess what it should be? If it is becoming 0, what has to be done? What has to be done? What we applied this step, no? Again, you apply the same thing. Now, tell me what you will get. Multiply by one more x, so that earlier x and this x, it becomes x square, and f dash becomes
F double dash.
double dash. Again, think of replacement and so on. Clear? It will be more clear when I take the example. Okay. Yes. Let me write some examples here. Solve the following equations. See, I explained the procedure. When it is sine is there, same procedure is there whenever cos also is there. Got it? Yeah, let me just take this example and solve it. Tell me the equation in D. First, you should write it in the form f of d into y equal to phi of x. Tell me, what will get these terms as? Right. Tell me the differential equation corresponding to the given equation in terms of capital D.
D square minus 3D plus 2y.
Yeah, take y common. Yeah, isn't not in the form f of d into y equal to phi of x. Tell me homogeneous or non-homogeneous. It is obviously a non-homogeneous. Yes. So here your GS depends on GS is equal to what?
CF plus PI.
Yes, both we have to consider. So let us first find CF. To find CF, what has to be written? Auxiliary equation. Let us write it. M square minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. Yeah, Saurabh, tell me the values of m now. Is there anybody from your class with the name Saurabh? Mr. Saurabh, are you there? Tell me the values. So the roots are m equal to, is it -1 or +1?
+1.
Plus one,
+1
ma'am.
and -2.
Plus
Plus two
+2
only, ma'am.
only. Both are positive. Okay. Yeah. What is this case? Real and distinct, isn't it? So how to write CF? How to write for real and distinct? C1 e raised to x plus C2 e raised to 2x.
2x.
Correct? Yeah. Pi should be written as 1 upon f of d into phi of x, which is 1 upon d square minus 3d plus 2 operating on. What is my phi of x? What is the RHS function? Cos of 2x. Okay. Now this case belongs to case 1 or case 2? Cos. It belongs to
Case 2.
case 2, where we have to replace d square by coefficient of x is what here? 2. Square it and attach a minus sign. What is this quantity? Isn't not -4? Now, suppose if you have only d square and a constant term, then you can think whether it becomes 0 or no. Why I did not check here? Because I know that there is a d term which is to be retained as it is. Am I right? So is it d going to be 0? Never. If you replace only d square, am I right? So I did not check. Suppose if you have only d square and constant term, you can check whether it becomes 0 or no. Replace it. D square is what? Minus 4 minus 3D plus 2. Correct? Other all terms should be kept as it is. Okay, only replace D square. Now this is 1 upon, just check what is this? Minus 4 plus 2 is how much?
-2.
Minus 2. Okay, so minus 2 and minus 3D is there, no? So what I'll do, from both I'll take a minus out. Is it okay? I'm avoiding one step. It is minus 2 minus 3D. I'm just taking a minus common. So both are positive, isn't it? Now, when you have such type of term, so I'll call this as like a linear term. Now, do you recall one method? You suppose if you have some a plus ib in the denominator, it's a complex number. Whenever complex number in the denominator, what you used to do? Used to apply one procedure.
Conjugate number.
Yeah, you should multiply and divide by the conjugate. That is called as rationalization. Am I right? So remember, similar way we have to apply. How to take the conjugate? If it is a plus ib, you have to take a minus ib, isn't it? So here 2 plus 3d is there. Can you guess what should be the conjugate? Actually, it's not conjugate. I'm just giving you the comparison. For 2
2
plus
minus
3d,
2
very
minus 3D.
2 minus 3d. So when you are taking for above to do the justice, do it for the denominator also. Am I right? Is the process correct? Okay. Now, you just take it. I'll tell you why only this has to be applied. Now this is minus into this, 1 into this means same term. So minus into 2 minus 3d. Denominator, how it is? It is in which format?
A plus B.
Yeah, a plus b into a minus b is what?
A square minus B square.
Yeah, a square
Yes.
minus b square. Am I right with this? Now why I applied, I'll just explain, try to understand. See, this if suppose that what simplified, we simplified, no, it was 2 plus 3d. We know that only if it is cos, no, cos or sine, we have to replace only d square. So d, we can't do anything. So we thought of making such a way that the converted term should be d square and there should not be any d. Suppose now here a plus b is there. If I take again a plus b, what happens? A plus b the whole square. So no doubt a square plus b square plus this 2ab will contain d. Am I right? D, I don't know what to do because for cos only replacement has to be done with d square only. Am I right? So that's why we have to just multiply and divide by the conjugate pair. Clear? Do remember, huh? Okay. Now what you do here? Isn't it you have a d square in the denominator and we have to operate on a cos? What the procedure says? Replace d square by minus a square. What is minus a square here?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. Okay, do it. One more thing you can do, you can take this minus inside. Okay, so you can just write like this. Minus if you take inside 3d minus 2 and then cos 2x. Replace. So see here, denominator 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, right? D square is minus 4. I have written the simplified terms, nothing much. Okay. Now, there is no problem. This can be written. But can you tell me this is a required PI, yes or no? Can you conclude your PI at this step by just adding these numbers? Please answer. What I have told when to write PI? PI should be free from
D.
D.
D, but still D is there, right? So this D also has to be simplified. For that, I'll take this cos inside. Okay. Isn't it if I take cos 2x, is it meant for only one term or all terms in the bracket?
All terms.
All terms. So this is like 3D operating on cos 2x minus 2 into cos 2x. Hope the step is clear. Now what is this sum? 4 plus 36. 40, no? Can you just see what is the meaning of this? What we have used the notation capital D as?
M.
Huh? No, that is to find auxiliary equation. But actually D is what? D by dx.
D by dx.
D is d by dx. Okay. So derivative of cos 2x with respect to x should be found. Am I right? So this is 3 into. So D operating on cos 2x means derivative of cos 2x is what? Derivative of cos
Minus sine 2x by 2.
by 2 or into 2?
To 2, ma'am.
Into 2. We are differentiating it, right? Just multiply the terms and write down, that is your pi. This is your pi. Now I can say this is required pi because there is no d at all. So pi should be free from d. Therefore, what is the last step? Last step is writing gs as cf plus pi. What I have to write in place of gs? Y. What is cf? What do you got for this example? C1 e raised to x plus C2 e raised to 2x, I guess. What is a pi? Now while writing this pi, no, both are negative, and you can just see what, can you take anything common and cancel? See the terms? So I'll write a minus here altogether. Isn't it? You can take 2 common and cancel it. Suppose if that step is applied, can you tell me the terms? 3 sine 2x plus cos 2x divided by 20. Am I right? This is just a simplified step. Hope you can understand it easily. Is the procedure clear? If not, see the next example. Okay, right. D square plus 9 into y is equal to sine 3x. All of you write this question. What is the first part? What we have to find? You have to find CF. For that, we should write the auxiliary equation, right? M square is minus 9. M will be plus or minus root of minus 9 is how much? What is a CF? How you have? Real part is 0. E raised to 0x. C1 cos of 3x plus C2 sin of 3x. Am I correct? Say either yes or no. Okay. Now just see, while finding here pi, what has to be done here? D square should be replaced by what? What is the coefficient of x here? 3. Square it. Attach a minus sign. What is this quantity? Tell me. What is minus 3 square?
Minus
Minus
9.
9. Minus 9. Right? Now, suppose if I replace d square by minus 9, what happens? Minus 9 plus 9, isn't not it is going to become 0?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so don't replace. Don't write that step. Okay. So if it is becoming 0, what the procedure says? What is we discussed?
Multiply.
Numerator by x.
Differentiated denominator.
Yes. What is the derivative of d square plus 9?
2D.
2D.
2d. Okay. Sine of 3x. One more important thing. See, suppose if you get only d square, not like plus 1 plus 2 like that. I'll tell you one procedure. Just understand it. Okay. Now again, what you can do, actually one more thing, what you can apply, this can be solved in 2 ways. Multiply and divide by d. So that denominator it becomes d square and replace your d square by minus 9. Numerator d means it is derivative of sine 3x. Am I right? This is one procedure. This is bit lengthy. I'll tell you one easy way. Now, D means what? Is it not? It is a differential operator. Am I right? What we used here in the previous example, just see, D means we differentiated it. So can you guess? It is 1 over D. D raised to minus 1. Inverse of differentiation is what? Can you guess what it is? What is the reverse of differentiation?
Integration.
Integration. So suppose if you are getting only d in the denominator, that means it is an integration of this function. That if you apply, you will get in one step the answer. Suppose if you are not convinced with this, you multiply and divide by d. Replace this denominator d square by -9. Numerator d means it's a differentiation. Okay. Now, suppose if you are getting it as 1 upon d square means what has to be done? Okay, suppose if you are getting d square in the numerator, only d square in the numerator means you have to differentiate how many times? What is d square actually? Isn't it not second order? Huh? Second order. You should differentiate twice. Similarly, suppose if you have your d square in the denominator, only d square remaining, so you have to do the integration twice. That's all. Just see which way is convenient for you. Now I'll write like this. Just see. This is x by 2. 1 by d means it is integration of sine 3x. Both the answers are going to be same. You can check. Now this is x by 2. What is the integration of sine? Integration of sine. Don't
Minus
Minus cos.
minus cos
Minus
of 3x
cos.
divided by 3. Correct? Now don't add any constant. Otherwise number of constants will increase. This is my pi. Okay, that's all. Did you understood the other part? See here, other part, no, I can just explain it over here. What you have to do, multiply and divide. See, you have x by 2, multiply and divide by d. So numerator d, denominator d square. So d square has to be replaced by -9. Correct? According to the procedure. Then this d operating on sine 3x. So this is x by 2 into -9. Okay. What is the differentiation of sine 3x? Differentiation. I just want to show that both are same answer. Derivative of sine.
Cos 3x.
Cos 3x
Three.
into 3. Correct? So this is 3 ones are 3 threes are. Compare, both the answers are one and the same. No constants also extra. Are they not 100% same? I explained both.
Yes, ma'am.
Which one you are comfortable?
Yes, ma'am.
Follow that. Follow that. Don't write two different ways. No double marks. Okay. Right. Therefore, general solution is what? CF plus PI. Your work is to substitute. Okay. Hope you will complete it. I believe you will. Write down the next example. It is y double dash plus 4y dash minus 12y is equal to e raised to 2x minus 3 sine 2x. I'll give you 2 minutes. Just find out the CF part fast. First part is auxiliary equation should be written. Find the roots. What are the roots? What are the roots? Not able to get it? Are you getting 2 and -6? Check.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now PI. Main important is PI because this type we have already solved. All of you listen here carefully. Now, if you see the RHS part, it has got how many terms?
2 terms.
2 terms are there. Isn't not both are different? Because this is exponential means what we have to apply? Case 1. This is trigonometric means we have to apply case 2. So as this is 2 terms, I'll write my PI as 2 terms. Is it okay? So this is 1 upon, how to write PI? D square plus 4D minus 12 operating on the first function. First term is e raised to 2x minus. Now second term is 3 into sine 2x. Can you take anything out? What is constant? 3 is constant. It
3.
comes out. Yes. Okay. Now sine 2x. So some students, what they do, they take it as pi1, pi2, they take and substitute back and all that. You people don't do it. It is simply a waste of time. So many questions you need to solve. So here, if you are not comfortable, what you can do, you can just take one term, solve it. Second term, you solve it. Okay, that is far better. Now, this belongs to which case? E raised to 2x means. E raised to 2x. See the RHS part. I will call them as case 1, 2, 3. This belongs to which case?
First case, no.
First case. What we did in that? We replaced d by coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x here? 2. And is 2 a root? Yes. It is one time a root means surely you have this becomes 0 once when you substitute d as 2. Check it. 2 square is 4.
0, ma'am.
It is 0. Yes, surely it will be 0. So if it is 0, then we have to replace or don't replace? Don't replace.
ma'am.
Don't replace means apply the procedure. What the procedure says? Multiply numerator by x and differentiate the denominator. What is the derivative of d square plus 4d minus 12?
2d plus 4.
Very good. 2d plus 4. Then keep e raised to 2x as it is. Now 100% it will not become 0. So shall we replace it? Replace d by 2 now. So this is x. This is 1 upon 2 into 2 plus 4. Am I correct? Yeah, what is the answer now? 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 4, 8, right? X e raised to 2x upon 8. Clear? So you may expect a question where it is no combination or maybe there is a combination. Okay, but you should be very clear. And what I've told, there were 5 cases for your syllabus. They have kept only 3 cases. So feel lucky. Now, come back to this second term. Second term, what it is? Sine 2x. It belongs to second case. Just now discussed. Am I right? So, what is the procedure? Whether we have to replace d or d square?
D square.
D square. See here, there is a d
D
term.
square.
So, 100% it will not become 0. Not to worry, just replace it. D square has to be replaced by
Minus 2 square.
minus 2
4.
square means, okay, right like this. Minus 4. Let us do that. So d square is minus 4 plus 4d minus 12. Other terms should be kept as it is. Only replace d square. Okay. So minus 3. Just see what the terms you will get. See, this is 4d. Minus 4 minus 12 is how much?
Minus 16.
Okay. Minus 16 and 4d. Can you take anything common? Minus 16 and 4.
4 common, ma'am.
4 can be
common.
taken common. So I will do that here only and I'll write the remaining terms because otherwise it becomes very lengthy. Suppose if you take common, what will you get? See,
D
in
minus
4D
4.
Yeah, very good. D minus 4. Okay. Now, what the procedure says, if you have such a linear factor, you should multiply and divide by the conjugate pair. Now, in case of complex number, conjugate pair is fixed. But in case of such type of number, no, conjugate pair not fixed. Not fixed in the sense, if it is 4 minus d, write it as 4 plus d upon 4 plus d. If you have d minus 4, you can write it as d plus 4 upon d plus 4. Are you getting it? So it is not like d should be there in the first place or the second place, but it is not like in complex numbers, right? Okay. So what is the conjugate pair of this? D plus 4. Multiply and divide by that. Okay. Yes, this is sine 2x. Hope the step is clear. We have written this 4 out, huh? Okay, this is minus 3 by 4. Now I'll do two things at once. This is a minus b into a plus b. We are sure a square minus b square. Am I right? So your a square term is what?
Minus
D square.
D square. So what you do, d square, you replace it by minus 4 only. Got it? So I will write this instead of d square as minus 4. Minus a square minus b square. What is my b square? What is my b? 4 square, isn't it?
Minus 4.
16.
Minus 4.
Yes, 16. Right. Now, even for numerator also, what you can do, isn't it? This is now d plus 4. Take this sine 2x inside. So this is like d operating on sine 2x plus 4 into sine 2x. The steps are clear. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's easy thing. Only we are applying some 2-3 steps at once. So this is d
Ma'am,
into
part
d square. Yeah. Just listen. This is, we know. Did you understand? We have to multiply and divide by the conjugate pair. Now denominator, you see, it is in the form a minus b into a plus b, which will give me a square minus b square. So a square is d square. So that d square has to be replaced by minus 4 because we are dealing with case 2. If you are having sine or cos, you should replace d square by minus a square. Yeah, this is what we did over here. Okay. Now similarly, what is my b square? My b is 4. So obviously my b square will be 4 square. Okay, this we have written the denominator. Now numerator, just see, you have d plus 4 into 1 means d plus 4. Take sign inside. Is it not meant for both the terms? So this is like d operating on sine 2x plus 4 into sine 2x. Is the step clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done. Let us just simplify it. What is this? Minus 4 minus 16. How much?
Minus
Minus 20,
Minus
right? So
20.
I'll write like this, see. Plus 4 into 20. Am I correct? This 4, the sum is 20. Okay. Now, this still we have to simplify. This d operating on sine 2x, what is the meaning? It's a differentiation of sine 2x. What is the differentiation of sine 2x?
Cos 2x into 2.
Into
Yeah, cos 2x into 2 plus 4 sine 2x as it is. Because it is only just a multiplied. Same thing has to be continued. Why we simplified here? Because there was a differential operator, d was here. Is the part clear? Now you can take 2 common and just cancel, like this 2 and this becomes 2. This becomes 10. Okay, you can write one simplified step or else substitute in pi the simplified part. Hope you can complete this part. Is it clear? So they may ask you like separate or they may ask you the combination. But remember the procedure. Write the next. D square minus 4d plus 4 into y is equal to e raised to 2x plus cos 2x plus 4. I'll give you. Huh? What happened? Huh? First, solve the first beginning part. Hope all of you are aware how to find CF. I'll try to write directly in this case. What are the roots?
2 and 2.
2 and 2. So how to write? C1 plus C2x into e raised to 2x. Correct? You should write the steps and don't write CF directly. Directly they'll cut them. Now PI, how to write? Now just see how many terms are there on RHS.
3.
3. So you should write it as sum of 3 terms now, no other choice. Because for all different procedures. So 1 upon d square minus 4d plus 4 operating on e raised to 2x 1 upon d square minus 4d plus 4 operating on second term cos 2x. How to deal with a constant? How this can be converted? Huh? How we have treated constant if it is there present in the RHS part?
4 into e raised to
4
0.
into e raised to 0.
Very good. So this is 4 I'll write here. And what is the function you said? E raised to 0x. Hope clear? Yeah. Let us do one by one. That is far better. Okay, here if you see d has to be replaced by 2. Now 2, is it a root? Yes. And how many times?
2
2
times.
times. So surely it becomes 0 2 times. Means you have to go for twice differentiation. Okay, let us apply step by step. Don't go for direct. Multiply by x, differentiate. What is the derivative? Again you check. If you just replace your d by 2, again it is 4 minus 4, 0 only. So what is the procedure says? Multiply by x and differentiate. What is the differentiation of 2d minus 4?
2.
2. That's all. Now is it the same? First term is free from d? Yes, there is no d at all. Yeah, no need to solve it further. Let us see here. Now if you see this, okay, or else, okay, now you see this cos 2x. This belongs to which case? Is it not? It belongs to the
Okay.
second case. So d square has to be replaced by minus 4 now again. Okay, this is 1 upon. Now again you can see minus 4 minus 4d plus 4. Am I correct? Just see what is the simplification here. Just see. What do you have? What happens? What you can simplify here? Please tell.
Cos 2x upon minus 4.
Yeah, plus 4 minus 4 cancel. So remaining is minus 4d. So if it is minus 4d, you can write minus 1 by 4. What is 1 by d? Only 1 by d means
Integration of
integration of cos
cos
2x with respect to x. Okay, this is x square e raised to 2x by 2, correct? Yeah. What is the integration of cos? Integration.
sine.
Sin to x by 2.
Very good. Done. So this term also simplified. Let us come back to this last term. Here, which case it belongs to? E raised to 0x. Is it not first case?
First case.
So replace d by what? What is the coefficient of
0.
x? 0. So what happens? This is now 1 upon 0 minus 0 plus 4. Tell me the answer. Is it not 1 by 4?
1
Sorry,
by
sorry.
4.
I
4,
forgot the 4.
1 ma'am.
I forgot the 4. Yes. So the answer is 1. Okay, this is your PF. Now write that last step of writing GS. Okay. I'll take another. Okay. I'll give one homework. This is very important example of which one I am giving. Write it and try. I'll ask the answer tomorrow. Okay. In my next class. Little bit bigger, but it is simple. You can just apply the procedure. It is a combination of type 2, case 2 plus case 1.